About 6 months ago, when the Steam Deck first launched, one of the first things you all wanted to know was how Football Manager runs on it. Now, I made a video at the time that was quite scathing. I didn't really get on with it, but lots of people gave me a lot of feedback from that video, and even more so now FM23 is here, telling me I should give it another try. You just need to customize the controls a little bit, and it does run quite well. So I have loaded up the FM23 beta on my Steam Deck. I'm going to try it with the onboard controls, the tweaked version of the controls. I've got a keyboard and mouse ready to plug in. We're going to see how it controls, and then arguably equally as importantly, how it runs on the Steam Deck, because the other thing I'm hearing from a lot of people is that it actually runs better than a lot of fairly recent laptops. You can run more leagues, the graphics run better, that kind of thing. So we're going to have a look at FM23 on the Steam Deck. Hello folks, and welcome to my first look at FM23, or officially I guess the FM23 beta on the Steam Deck handheld console. I've got it plugged in on my Elgato, but I am currently controlling using the device itself. I'm not yet using the keyboard and mouse that I've got ready to go. And as you can see, it is the full version of the game. You're not getting FM Touch, you're not getting a scaled down console version. This is your full version of FM23 that you have on the PC, because the Steam Deck is just a little PC that theoretically you can fit in your pocket. Realistically, you need quite a large bag. It's a big bit of kit, but quite exciting when I load it up for the first time. I've not played anything on the Steam Deck, but if you're going to load a game, you can see I'm already controlling a little bit better using the trackpads and the trigger buttons. The way I've got this set up, I've got the left trackpad and left stick set up to move the mouse around. The right trackpad and stick I've got set up to do my scrolling. I've then got the left trigger is mouse click, the right trigger is mouse click, the left trigger is spacebar for when we're in the game. But when we load up and look into our cloud saves, you can see that I have got all of my cloud saves from Steam on the PC ready to go. So what I'm going to do is take my beta save with Peterborough. I'm not going to do the most recent one because we're at the end of the season at the time I'm recording this, so there won't be a match to play. But if I load up the previous save, anyone who is watching my stream each day at the moment will be pretty familiar with this save. If not, head over to LOLLUJO 2, watch the highlights. We got highlights coming out there every day of the streams, and you can then come over and join us on stream and see us. Spoilers, we did win the league here. As you can imagine from this very dominant position that we were in, we did go on and win the league. So we're going to be starting from the championship in today's stream, which is going to be very exciting. But here we are in game, actually able to move around the screen nicely. If I try and press continue, there you go. That was with the left trigger on the Steam Deck itself. It's just continuing for me, which just that in itself is such a departure from where we were when I tried to do it last time. And I'm actually able to move around quite freely using the trackpads, the control sticks, the triggers, and it is actually controlling quite nicely. Now, it's not as smooth and designed for controller as the Switch version is, or as the Xbox version, the upcoming PlayStation version. It's not that level of honed for the device, but actually for a solution to be able to play the game on the go, as you can see, I'm moving around really quite comfortably, not got any major issues going on here at all. If we submit our team, we'll be able to see how the match engine runs on the Steam Deck as well. So again, just hitting that left trigger to move through, and we are worlds away from where we were on that first Steam Deck video that I did back when the device first came out. I wasn't completely familiar with customizing. You see, it's not ideal trying to aim, but then to be fair, I'm using the buttons on the Steam Deck, but as soon as you plug the Elgato into it, you can only view it on your monitor, so there's a little bit of a disconnect there, and actually it's likely to be a little bit easier when you're using the controls on the device and looking at the screen on the device as well, because actually what you can do when you've got it in docked mode like I have and it's plugged in, you can actually switch over to a keyboard and mouse and literally just play the game as if it's on the PC. I'm now using the mouse that I already had plugged in, and as you can see, it just plays like Football Manager. There is no concern here. It is running like Football Manager. You can see Graphically, we're running very nicely in the match engine as well. Have we got sounds on? I don't think it's bringing the sounds over, which is handy. I'm going to turn the sounds off just to be on the safe side. If that's been really loud, I'm not wearing headphones, so I don't know if it's bringing sound over. But we'll turn the sounds off. If we go into our match preferences, we should be able to show the graphics quality that we're able to run on this device. So it's currently running on high. Recommended for this PC, I think, is high. But if we try nudging it up to very high, because it's saying we've got 5-star graphics capability coming out of the Steam Deck. So let's push it up to very high and see what happens. I mean, to me, it's clearly not my big 4K monitor that I play in on the PC when I'm recording for videos, when I'm streaming, when I'm doing my in-betweeny bits. It's clearly not at that level. But then I have a £3,000 gaming PC. I know that's not going to be the case for a lot of people watching this who maybe just want to know how the game runs on the Steam Deck. We've picked up an injury here, so once again we can try and pause. I'm using the wrong mouse. I was using my PC mouse rather than the one that's plugged into the device. Oh, fantastic. What a professional. But we have got an injury to Poku, so we can take him off. In fact, should we try and do the rest of this using the controls on the device? So we've just brought Joe Ward on the right-hand side, and we want Joe Ward to be a winger rather than an inside forward. And again, it's controlling really well. I need to do a formal retraction on my original video because this actually runs completely fine. And because of the way the cloud saving works between my actual saves that I'm using on my YouTube series, on Twitch, because of how cloud saving works, because it's all in the Steam ecosystem, I'm actually sat here rethinking my own workflow because I could potentially do my in-betweeny bits sat in a comfortable chair playing them on my Steam Deck, which is a complete game changer. I mean, it's not something I'm going to want to do all the time, but I think I summarized at the end of the previous how does Football Manager run on Steam Deck video. I think my answer was don't bother. And I've completely changed my tune just based on tweaking these controls just a little bit. As you can see, the game itself runs fine. My only concern was ever the controls. And with these tweaks to the controls, I don't have any complaints. It's close to the experience you get on a console native version of the game. So to confirm again what I've done, the left stick and left touchpad are moving the mouse around the screen. The right stick and right touchpad are scrolling. And then I've got the right trigger is the mouse click. I've also got that on the A button on the thing as well. So I can either use A or I can use the trigger to do my mouse clicking. And then the left trigger is the space bar. They're all the buttons you need for Football Manager. It's a relatively simple game to control, as we all know. And as you can see, it's working a treat. And if you want to plug it in and use it as a PC with a keyboard and mouse, you wouldn't notice any difference at all. And unless you've got quite a nice high-spec gaming PC, you might actually find that it looks better and runs faster on the Steam Deck than it does on the device that you ordinarily play on. So I probably wouldn't go out and buy a Steam Deck just to play Football Manager on it. I think that probably is a little bit extreme. It's a £500 device that, I mean, you can buy a laptop for £500 that will run Football Manager as well as the Steam Deck does, probably. I haven't gone out to try and find one, but I assume that's a thing that you could go and do. So I wouldn't buy a Steam Deck specifically and only for Football Manager. But if you are a gamer who has a Steam Deck anyway, or you wanted to pick one up to play some of the other games that are on the device, and you're maybe on the fence about whether to take the plunge because you want to be able to play Football Manager as well, and I previously put you off, allow me to put you back on again. Football Manager runs absolutely fine on this device, and I can actually see myself starting to use it from now on. So well done to whoever figured out that was the best way to map the controls. There were several people who told me, so I guess it's something that's been discussed publicly somewhere. One thing I am noticing, results aren't as good on here. I won this game comfortably on stream originally, but we've only come in with a 0-0 here. We don't get to see a Steam Deck goal, which is very, very sad. We'll just hand that over. We're not even going to save here. We're just basically wanted to show you the game running and show you that everything was really smooth and nice. Football Manager 23 on Steam Deck. got to give it a thumbs up, folks. If you've got a Steam Deck, get it downloaded and check it out. And if you are here because you're a Steam Deck person and you've not necessarily used Football Manager or tried Football Manager before, if you are looking to pick up a copy of the game, I've got a discount code down below as well, which will get you the Steam version much cheaper than it actually is on Steam already. So hopefully that video has been helpful. It was just a little quick one, really as a correction to something I did 6 months ago in light of the new game coming out. Thank you to everyone who got in touch. Never let it be said, I'm not listening and I don't pay attention to the comment section and the stream chat, because this all came from you guys telling me I was wrong. And it turns out for the first time ever I was. You were right. It runs fine. Football Manager on Steam Deck, boys and girls. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribed for loads more Football Manager content, including my first looks at the versions on all of the devices that come out over the next couple of weeks. So the new touch version on Apple Arcade, the new PlayStation 5 version, and the old classics like mobile and the Xbox version. We'll be looking at all of them as and when they drop. And thank you very much for watching.